Lamtec BT300 is a microprocessor-based burner control and safety system. The advantages of the system are efficient combustion, low flue gas emission, and increased safety. The control panel functions are illustrated with graphic symbols for better usability. Lamtec BT300 system is suitable for both continuous and intermittent operation. The benefits the system offers you are precise ratio setting and the possibility to restore alarm diagnostics. Setting the basic parameters and backing up data can be done on the control panel and with a computer. The system has versatile field bus connection possibilities, and the operator is able to monitor diagnostics and settings remotely. The components are specially designed for the system. This ensures continuous operation and safety. The system supervises the components related to safety functions with continuous self-testing. Lamtec BT300 serves for the best possible burning result and usability. Site personnel monitor system operations on a computer screen. The control panel is the user interface for the system. The control unit operates the burner. The servo motors operate and control airflow, fuel flow, and auxiliary damper. The bus cable transmits information between system units and to and from the control panel. The optional oxygen sensor or CO sensor observes the residual oxygen levels and increases the efficiency. The optional frequency converter adjusts the fan motor rotation speed. Lamtec BT300 system delivery includes a control unit, a control panel, servo motors for fuel regulation, a servo motor for the air dampers, and a bus cable. The Burnertronic BT300 is available for all modulating industrial burners with a wide range of options. Before you start commissioning or servicing the burner, check that you have all the necessary tools and documents. You will need the Burnertronic BT300 manual, either a paper copy or a soft copy on a laptop. Make sure you know the system password in case you need to log into the system. You may also use a laptop for storing and restoring system data. In the manual you can find detailed instructions for installing and mounting the system. Make absolutely sure that the fuel piping and installation are laid according to the regulations of local authorities and that all electrical components are connected according to the electrical diagrams delivered with the burner. Pay special attention to the requirements for electrical equipment and their connections. Ensure that plant grounding is done correctly before commissioning the burner. Before the first startup, always check the fuel lines, electrical equipment and hoses along with their connections. Naturally, there should be fuel available and sufficient amount of water in the heating system. Make sure that piping is installed correctly and its joints are tight and have no leaks. You should check that the piping valves are opened and then test the gas piping carefully for leaks. Using the pressure gauge, make sure that the fuel pressure is adequate. Check that electrical connection points, inputs and outputs, as well as the motor rotation direction are correct. Burner control system monitors the input and output and the bus interface. Improper connections cause burner lockout. For oil use, the oil booster's oil pump must be vented and the oil filter installed. Now you can switch the power on. The control panel is what you use for monitoring the burner and adjusting settings. First, open the main menu by pressing the Enter button. The first three icons are the Information menu, Manual Operation menu, and Settings menu. You can move between the icons using the arrow keys. Here the Settings menu is selected and shown highlighted. Press Enter to open the menu. On this menu level you can see a key symbol, a password change icon, and a menu for the operation panel. where you can change screen brightness and other settings. First, you should log in with a password. Highlight the key icon and press Enter. You can type in the password using the arrow keys. On the first operation level, you can only monitor the burner operation. Entering the next level with a password enables you to commission the burner and change settings. After setting the password, press the back button to return to the previous menu. The frequency converter parameters must be set for the fan motor control. Refer to the manufacturer's manual. The settings you need to change are the acceleration and deceleration time and maximum and minimum frequencies. You can find detailed instructions in the burner manual. The fan motor provides air pressure for efficient combustion. The variable speed module adjusts the air pressure according to the burner's capacity by controlling the fan speed. Curves are set in the settings menu. Setting the curve starts with choosing the icon with a curve symbol and the word Edit. Pressing Enter opens the menu and you can set the points. Start the burner. The first point is the ignition point and can be preset. You can see the symbol for the ignition point in the bottom corner. Changes are made by pressing Enter. S is a set value and I is the value where the adjustment device is at the moment. Pressing the arrow keys will change the adjustment. Actuators follow all changes. You can save by pressing Enter. You can move on to the next point by pressing the arrow button up. This takes you to 200. You can change it by pressing Enter, and then move sideways between the actuators to make necessary changes. Save the changes by pressing Enter, and continue with the following points the same way. The number of curve points is preset and cannot be changed. It is recommended to adjust all the preset points for the burner because a complete curve will enhance the burner's performance significantly. Remember to fill in the measurement report for burner. When the burner adjustments have been made, it's time to set the boiler operating temperature or pressure. After that, you need to set the on and off operating limits. Enter the PID menu and set the boiler temperature or pressure limit values. The preset option for the capacity controller in the burner control is automatic. Depending on the burner and boiler conditions, you might need to change this to atmospheric conditions or external firing rate input. For more information, refer to the manual. Finally, you need to set the burner operation to automatic. Manual operation is for situations where you don't want to or are not able to use the automation. You can start manual operation by selecting the hand icon and pressing Enter. After opening the manual operation menu, you can start the burner by pressing Enter, even if the burner has no starting permission. The burner starts. After the burner has run to minimum capacity, you can increase the capacity manually. It's increased by selecting the capacity with the arrow keys. All actuators follow automatically. Note that at least one curve point must be set, otherwise the burner will not start. When you exit this menu by pressing the back button, the burner stops automatically, unless the burner has received a starting permission. The fault history menu is important for all burner operators. The error code in the history list will indicate the fault that has stopped the burner. Access the menu by pressing Enter. You will find an icon for the control unit, and pressing Enter there again will open the fault history. The display shows last 10 faults. You can browse through them, and if you require more information on a specific fault, just press Enter to see the details. Detailed information on the error codes can be found in the documentation. Pressing back repeatedly will take you back to the main menu. Now that you've carefully commissioned the burner, Lamtec BT300 system will operate your burner efficiently.
The Lamtec Burnertronic BT300 can be optionally upgraded with a COO2 control system based on the measuring system Lamtec Lambda Transmitter LT3F and the KS1D combination sensor. This upgrade optimizes the firing and combustion while simultaneously reducing the fuel consumption and pollutant emissions. Advantages of the CO regulation: up to 2% higher energy savings through continuous self-optimization at every load point. Better control performance through significantly shorter setting times. Excess air independent. Fail-safe safety integrity level 2 as per DIN EN 61508. Higher operational safety, robust, maintenance-free. Dynamically self-optimized control technology for further decreasing the flue gas losses with combustion plants. The measurement of the oxygen content in flue gases alone cannot provide any information about a complete combustion. Therefore, it is particularly important to detect the amounts of unburned components in the flue gas and to reduce them. In the case of incomplete combustion, hydrogen and carbon monoxide emissions always occur together in the flue gas. With the KS1D combination sensor, it is now possible for the first time to simultaneously measure the oxygen content and unburned components, COH2, in flue gases of gaseous fuels in situ quickly and maintenance-free, and subsequently regulate the combustion. Control philosophy. Searching for the optimum working point of the furnace near the emission edge, adjusting this accordingly, maintaining it, optimizing further if necessary, and monitoring. This procedure is repeated cyclically so that the optimum working points are always maintained, even for unfavorable weather and system-related conditions. If the KS1D combination sensor detects unburned COH2, the working point is immediately shifted in the direction of a greater lambda. More air, less fuel. The measuring system consists of the Lamtec Lambda Transmitter LT3F and the KS1D combination sensor. The sensor is installed in the flue. The installation in the flue can be located anywhere between the 9 and 3 o'clock position. A hole of approximately 5 centimeters diameter in the flue gas channel is required for installing the sensor. Weld the collar with internal thread R 1 1/4 gas tight to the measuring point. Then screw in the SEA without sensor using Teflon tape to seal and then tighten. Then use a blind plug to initially seal the opening of the SEA. Only install the sensor after the offset calibration. When installed, the sensor should always be heated. This prevents condensate from forming on the sensor, which among other things can cause measuring errors and could destroy the sensor. Attention! Hot, explosive and harmful gases can escape during work on the flue gas channel. Take suitable protective measures to protect you and your environment from escaping gases. When creating the opening, parts falling into the channel could cause damage. Parts to be separated must be secured by suitable measures. The installation depth of the sensors with gas extraction device should be approximately 1/3 to 2/3 of the flue pipe diameter. The LT3F lambda transmitter should be mounted at a readily accessible position. The electrical connections are located at the bottom. Permissible ambient temperature -20 degrees Celsius to +60 degrees Celsius maximum. Distance between transmitter and sensor 10 meters maximum. For the sensor with 2 meters connection line, pre-configured extension cables are available. The LT3F is a microprocessor-based measuring transducer with diagnosis function. It regulates the temperature of the KS1D combination sensor and continuously monitors the sensor for malfunctions. In combination with Burnertronic, the system fulfills Safety Integrity Level 2 according to DIN EN 61508. The user interface integrated into the front door of the LT3F is used for displaying operating states, for operating, and for calibrating the LT3F. The functions include reading the O2 and COE measured values and the operating states, password entry, operational data about the sensor, status messages, software version, CRC, and serial number. Calibration of the measurement. Settings, measuring range, filter time, analog output, limit values, and digital outputs. For all additional steps for calibrating and commissioning, please refer to the documentation and our video tutorials.